Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show. In today's episode, we will be talking about Rocky Sin versus Marvell Tell and the return of Marvell Tell and why he could possibly beat out Rocky Sin for that number 2 cornerback spot. So, real quick before I get into this video, I just want to say I thank you guys for watching this video. I thank you guys for clicking on this video. And if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So, let's get right back into this topic. So, Rocky Sin versus Marvell Tell. Two really talented cornerbacks. Marvell Tell opting out last year due to situation. When Rocky Sin was a high pick a few years ago, who has not lived up to the expectations. Rocky Sin is very physical. He's got a big wingspan, very tall. And he has all the physical traits that you want from an NFL DB. From the physicality standpoint to, the mentality standpoint has not, it probably has declined since then. He's a tough cornerback. If he can become more consistent, I think he can be a really good cornerback. He has all the traits. He has everything he needs to become a really good cornerback in the NFL. But in his first year, he had a decent rookie year. He of course he had his moments, and then of course he had his really bad moments. He was fairly consistent. And that was kind of the same thing for the last 2 years. For his first 2 years, he was kind of inconsistent. He's definitely had those moments where he's been a really, really good cornerback. And then he's had those moments where he just leaves you wondering, and, there's a few times in a game where, he may cost you a game. That's a big problem. Last year we were going into the season saying, Xavier Rhodes hoping that he, isn't going to be a liability, and hoping he's going to come to fruition and maybe be a real good starter, and he did. But now going into this year, now we're going to be hoping that Rocky Sin isn't a liability, and we may not have to, because a guy like Marvell Tell may come in and take that spot from Rocky Sin. Marvell Tell is a guy of USC, another USC guy, Michael Pittman as well. Marvell Tell is an extremely talented cornerback. He's not blazing fast, but, he has good instincts. He's a safety converted to corner. He's got decent instincts. He's got the size you want. He's got really good arm length. And he's a guy I'm excited to see return to the Indianapolis Colts in 2021. We're in a cornerback group, we need some certainty. Rocky Sin, like I said, he's had those really great moments. But he has also had those really, really bad moments, times where he gets a little too handsy. And yeah, Marvell Tell, he's only played 1 year as well. Cornerbacks, it's really tough for cornerbacks to come into this league. But at the end of the day, you do have to, start to get better. And you do have to start, showing that you can be a good cornerback in the league and not be a liability. And not be a reason why that you lose or you let up, a few big plays a game. It's really not ideal. Especially in a division where, you have Deshaun Watson, who may play. If he does, you have to be ready. I doubt it, though. And you have a guy in Ryan Tannehill. He's decent, but nothing crazy. Derrick Henry definitely helps him out, and that Arthur Smith system definitely helped him out. And then you have Trevor Lawrence coming into the league. And the Jaguars have a really, really good offense, and Trevor Lawrence is in that offense is going to be just enough to compete. So we really got to figure out who the best cornerback is for that number 2 spot. We know Xavier Rhodes is most likely going to be the number 1. And then we most likely know that, or we do know the slot cornerback. And Kenny Moore is going to stay in the slot. He's going to be, and he is one of the best slot cornerbacks in the NFL. So, in Marvell Tell's rookie season, he was, he had his very good moments. He had some really good moments in his rookie season. But, he also had those bad moments, just like Rock did. But, Marvell Tell, he definitely has some ability. People may be more willing to give Marvell Tell a chance because, he hasn't had that second year where he's showing he's going to struggle big time. But we also have those guys in T.J. Carey who could come in, maybe for a few plays. Maybe Isaiah Rodgers is a guy that some people have been talking about. He has become a popular name. Maybe we sign Richard Sherman, who I think would be a really good pick or a really good signing for Marvell Tell and Rocky Sin. I think if Richard Sherman comes in, You know, he could really make a big difference on this defense. You know, he can really, you know, change how Rakisin looks at the game. You know, maybe he ignites that fire that Rakisin has been needing. But yeah, so do you guys think Marvell Tell could come in and win that number 2 corner spot over Rock? You know, I think it's possible. Do you think we sign a guy in Richard Sherman? Do you think Isaiah Rodgers finds a way to that number 2 spot? Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think, you know, just of what I just said? So let me know what you guys think. And that's going to be it for this video. And as always, I'll catch you next time.